are naturally competitive, especially when it comes to romantic interests. If she notices that other women are at ease with you, it triggers her competitive instinct, and she will begin pursuing you, but only if she does so in a courteous and sincere manner. No woman enjoys feeling like she's competing on stage. Social proof is a potent psychological trigger that occurs when you are surrounded by other women. It can be as simple as having a close female friend that you spend a lot of time with. It shows that you can build meaningful relationships with women, which is a huge plus. Just keep in mind that sincerity is crucial in these friendships. Women can quickly lose interest in you if you act dishonestly or use other people as props to enhance your own image. 10. Be charmingly domineering and assertive. There is something irresistibly alluring about a man who knows what he wants and isn't afraid to assert himself while maintaining a sense of humor and lightness. Women are drawn to men who can take charge of situations in a playful, dominant manner, rather than in an aggressive or controlling manner. Setting limits and guiding conversations with assurance while maintaining a hint of charm to keep things lively and interesting are key components of playful dominance. Imagine organizing a date where you choose the location and activities but maintain a light-hearted and enjoyable atmosphere. It's the harmony of strength and playfulness that draws a woman in and gives her the impression that she is with someone who knows how to handle himself and her without making her feel oppressed or undervalued. This demonstrates leadership and confidence while also making her feel special and cared for. It's about creating a dynamic where she feels safe and excited at the same time. For example, gently teasing her or playfully challenging her opinions can create a stimulating interaction that keeps her engaged and intrigued. Conclusion. The traits we're talking about here aren't about manipulation. Rather, they're about reclaiming your power. Women are drawn to strength, confidence, and independence. When you embody these toxic traits in the right way, you're not only more attractive to women, but also leading a more fulfilling, purpose-driven life. Keep in mind that it's all about balance. You don't have to adopt every single one of these traits. If you've read this far, please share your thoughts in the comments section below for more fascinating topics. Full throttle. Use them strategically, and you'll notice a difference in how women react to you. However, don't overdo it, because too much of a good thing can be just as dangerous as too little. Stay smart, stay confident, and most importantly, stay true to yourself. Ensure that you see the suggested video that is now displayed on the screen. Thank you for viewing. She's superior to you, and that you need her more than she needs you. On the other hand, this imbalance kills attraction. Nothing turns a woman off faster than a man who fears losing her confidence. It's not only attractive, it's necessary. Lesson number 3. You project strength when you're at ease with the thought of losing her. You're letting her know that even though you cherish her, you don't need her approval. Independence makes you very beautiful because it lets her know that you are whole with or without her. Think about the difference between an abundance and scarcity perspective. When you're afraid of losing her, you act as though she's the only woman who could ever provide you happiness. When you realize that there are many wonderful women out there and you don't need to cling to just one, you exemplify an abundance attitude. This confidence emanates from you and is very enticing. This desperation is not attractive. Men who are self-assured and aware of their value regardless of the situation appeal to women. 6th, put your purpose first. The strength of ambition. When you put your goals, interests, and desires first, you're demonstrating to her that you're an ambitious man. A man with a mission is a man that women can't resist. You may be the most charming guy in the room, but if you don't have a purpose that motivates you, you're just another face in the throng. Nothing is more alluring than a man who is traveling. Keep in mind that women are predisposed to look for men who can secure them not only financially, but also emotionally and intellectually. Your purpose serves as your compass, keeping you steadfast even in the face of uncertainty. She will want to join you on that journey, but only if you are the one taking the lead. When you have a strong sense of purpose, it means you're passionate and committed to something greater than yourself. This dedication is incredibly attractive because it shows you're reliable and capable of achieving your goals. For example, if you're passionate about building your career, dedicating time to a personal project or pursuing a dream, it shows you have depth and substance, making you far more attractive. Think about the people you admire the most. They probably have a clear sense of purpose and direction. This focus and drive are not only inspirational, but also magnetic. 7. Be difficult. Avoid being overly accommodative. Although women claim to prefer laid-back men, it's not totally accurate to state that they don't want someone who is always challenging. However, being overly pleasant can lead to a friend zone. If she wants you to sacrifice everything for her, don't. There's a thin line between being a good guy and being a pushover. Don't cross it. Instead, be tough and push back when necessary. Women enjoy a challenge because it gives them a sense of accomplishment and makes them appreciate it even more when they have to work for it. The classic trope of the bad boy can be very alluring because it creates a dynamic where she feels she must work hard to win him over. For instance, if she suggests something you're not interested in, instead of agreeing to it just to please her, express your own preferences. This is because women are drawn to the challenge he represents rather than his negative traits. This not only shows you're confident in your own opinions, but also makes interactions more engaging and balanced. 8. Don't get attached to outcomes. Let go of control. Ever noticed how women seem to gravitate towards the guys who act like they don't care whether they win or lose? There's a reason for that. When you're not overly attached to getting what you want, whether it's her attention, her approval, or even a relationship, you exude a sense of freedom that's incredibly attractive. Women are drawn to men who can walk away from a situation without looking back. It's about being outcome independent. If you're okay with whatever happens, she'll pick up on that, and paradoxically, it makes her want you more. It's basic human psychology. People want what they can't fully have. This doesn't mean being indifferent or cold. It's about maintaining a balanced perspective. For instance, if you ask her out and she declines, instead of taking it personally or getting upset, just move on. This shows you're resilient and secure in yourself. It communicates that you're not hinging your worth on her response. Women find this emotional independence incredibly attractive because it signals maturity and self-assurance. It also shows that you're not desperate for validation, which can be a refreshing change from the norm. 9. Have planned social proof in the form of female pals. Having female friends accomplishes 2 things. First, it demonstrates to her that other women find you attractive, which immediately increases her interest in you. This is known as social proof. Second, it puts you in a position of power because women, let's face it, women frequently claim to want a wonderful person who is always available and willing to sacrifice everything for her happiness. But we both know that the men who act in this way are what really consume their thoughts. Since women are wired to be drawn to challenges, mystery, and a little edge, this doesn't make you a villain. Rather, it makes you magnetic. In this video, I'll reveal 10 toxic traits that women secretly love, even if they'll never admit it. However, use them carefully. You don't want to go overboard or come across as manipulative. Let's explore attraction's head and find out what really drives them to be unavailable. Desire arises from shortage. This is the harsh reality. When she thinks she can reach you at any time, she will value your time less the more accessible you are. What's the problem? Women want it like fishing in a barrel too easily. The thrill of the hunt is what piques their curiosity, not the assurance that you will be there all the time. According to psychology, scarcity heightens desire, as demonstrated by the opulent handbag she so passionately wants but cannot buy. Present yourself as something that is difficult to get, avoid being impolite or aloof all the time, and offer her just enough to keep her guessing. Lesson number 1 is about respecting your time, not about playing games. Think about it this way. When you're always accessible, it's like eating your favorite dessert every day. At first, it's fantastic, but eventually it loses its attraction. The thrill fades, and what was once exceptional turns into the norm. The same is true in relationships. If you're always there, she may start to take you for granted, but if you create a small amount of scarcity to keep things interesting, she will begin to value the times you do spend together much more. It's like a special treat that she looks forward to, rather than just another ordinary part of her day. Day 2 will be challenging. Make her work for it. Women may claim that they detest difficult guys, but in reality, they quickly become tired of males who are too simple to read. When you add some complexity, you instantly stand out from all the guys who are making an effort to be kind. Have you ever noticed that the guy who is a little stubborn and hard to get is the one who keeps her interested the longest? It's because being difficult forces her to step up her game. She has to meet you at your level, which makes you infinitely more appealing. Women appreciate a man who knows what he wants and won't bend to every whim. Consider this situation. You're always amiable. When you're difficult, you create a dynamic interaction. For instance, if you're passionate about a hobby or interest and you're not willing to drop it every time she calls, it shows you have a backbone and your own life, which makes her realize she needs to make an effort to be a part of your life. That effort fosters deeper feelings of connection and appreciation. 3. Be unapologetically authentic. No marks. Being authentic isn't just motivational nonsense. Most guys put on a mask to impress. Lesson number 2. Women are capable of spotting fakes at a distance. Because most guys are too scared to be perceived as anything less than ideal, accept your flaws and don't hide them if you're into anything strange. Being unashamedly yourself makes you fascinating, especially when it's not what she expects. Women find themselves drawn to men who don't care about it and are confident in their true selves. Stop and think about it. Everyone has peculiarities and flaws, and trying to hide them only serves to distance you from real connections. 4. Don't submit to her. Sure, they'll say they want someone who listens and obeys, but the second you start molding yourself to her every command, her interest plummets because it breaks the natural order of attraction. A man who leads is a man who attracts submission, and no matter how progressive society gets, women still want strength in their men. Therefore, if you're open about who you are, invite her to do the same. This authenticity also creates a deeper bond. For example, if you're a huge sci-fi nerd, own it. Talk about it with passion. Be the leader in your life, not a follower in hers. Being the leader in a relationship doesn't mean controlling or domineering her. Rather, it means taking the initiative and making decisions with assurance. For example, rather than constantly asking her what she wants to do, arrange a date and surprise her. This demonstrates your ability to take charge and create experiences. Women find this very attractive because it frees them from having to make decisions and demonstrates that you are someone who can handle problems. It also conveys strength and dependability, two attributes that are naturally appealing. 5. Don't be afraid to lose her confidence. It's seductive. When you act out of fear, you're showing her that